I'm going to talk about why good men make terrible leaders. You see, a lot of us, good men, confuse the need to be liked with the need to be respected. And the difference between being liked and being respected is quite simple. When you're being liked, or when your aim is to be liked, what you tend to go for is exactly that. So when someone now says, in order for me to like you, do this for me, you completely switch whatever ideal or what's the word? You literally go from, this is what I was going to do, but now because I need this person to like me, I'm going to flip the whole agenda and make sure that I'm liked. So you overextend yourself instead of focusing on the very thing that you need to focus on in order for the team or yourself to be successful. So if you've ever felt overlooked, unappreciated, or feel like people only follow you when it's convenient, stay with me. This video is for you. Before I start this, my name is Matt Chabrog, and I'm a men's coach, author, public speaker, international, and I work with clients on a private basis, helping them go from insecure, overlooked to secure, confident, and being able to attract the respect that they've always desired. And I want you to understand that this came from a place of not just reading like a maniac like I do. So a lot of my days include reading constantly, trying to add more knowledge. I'm very big on being able to share insights with you guys, but in order for me to get those insights, I need to learn them myself, right? So on top of doing that, I actually have a lot of lived experience, access to a lot of family members and the clients I've worked with that have allowed me to sort of tailor this unique style that allows a lot of men to thrive in nowadays, okay? So I want to start off with my story. So I was a good guy. My dad is a good guy. Most of my family members are good guys. Growing up in an African household, there's two things that matter: your behavior and where you're heading. The journey, where you're heading matters. This is why they want you to end up as a lawyer or doctor or whatever the case is, right? Nowadays is in tech, or tomorrow will be footballers, and then whatever the case is. But my point is this: where you end matters. How you get there is another story. So I basically grew up being trained to always say yes, to always show respect to everyone, right? Because everyone has the right to be respected. They're human beings. And when it came to figuring out my way in my teenage years, or let me say late adult, because it's actually quite recent since the transformation, but this transformation has been going on for 15 years. And in that 15 years period, part of it was simply locked into trying to understand how I can navigate from being this guy that wants everyone to like him, to being this guy that now has to accept that not everyone's going to like him, and it's okay. But prior to the FU moment, like I like to call it, prior to the moment where I realized that if Jesus wasn't going to be able to do it, I wasn't going to be able to do it, I was disrespected. I was used invisible. And the most recent pain point for me was when, in the last conversations between myself and my ex, I'm now married, but in the last conversation between myself and my ex, what she said to me was, I took you for granted. And the reason why that simple message stung so much is because prior to that, I had poured more than I could into that relationship, to the point where I had betrayed my own standards. I was over texting, double calling, triple calling, and these are things that at work I couldn't do. So I was betraying the person I was at work every single day. I was in sales. I was one of the top guys in there. I was a branch manager. I was running a team. I was leading. But when it got to the home space, I couldn't do the same. I had to betray myself to sustain that relationship. When she's not calling, I'll call again. She missed the call again, I'll call again. Maybe she was showering. Maybe she had a bath. Rather than I'll drop a text saying, hey, do you see my missed call? It's been an hour. Oh, sorry, I was watching TV. I called you twice, sent you a text, couldn't respond within an hour or two. That was not just one day. It's not like a one-off. It was a regular, consistent thing that I was tolerating because of lack of boundaries, because I wanted to be liked by the person I once loved. And this is why I'm saying, as a good guy, if your aim is to be liked, you're not qualified to be a leader. Because your goalpost will always change. In order for someone to be liked, you need to do what the other person wants you to do. Correct? So this is my point. If that is what's happening, then your goalpost is never going to be steady. It's always going to be, oh, let me do what they want me to do. Let me do what they want me to do. Let me do what... And I see this so many times with some of the guys I work with. They're married, but their mom still has a say in their marriage. They're running 7-figure businesses, 6-figure businesses, but the moment that dad calls and says you're not doing good enough, everything they do doesn't even matter anymore. Because they need to be liked. And I need you to understand that leaders are not loved first. They're respected because of the fact that they're consistent. That is the one thing that separates a leader from a non-leader, their consistency. Okay, this is where we're heading. Is that alright with you? Cool. If it isn't, no problem. I was going there anyway. Sounds good? And the ability to say, I was watching a video from Dr. Tarban, and his most recent video was like, F you, I'm gonna say fuck you, and fuck me too, right? Ugh, I can't say it. The most recent video was to do with saying F you to yourself and F you to anyone that's in your way. And recently I've come to terms that as a business owner, so someone that has built an empire, without the ability to say F you to the people in your way, you can't lead. If you can't say F you to someone that's stopping you from achieving the very thing you're trying to achieve, you can't lead. Because if you're not willing to do that, what you're willing to do is sabotage the very thing that you were supposed to protect in the first place. Because that F you is a statement that this direction isn't changing, my friend. That this destination I must get to. I have said no, I have turned down, I have sat down with millionaires. I remember, I'll never forget, it was a call I had with this guy. He's up in Cyprus, I think. And he was telling me, listen, with your skill sets, we need you in our team. You're going to be doing numbers and all sorts and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nah. Why? Because you need me to stay in the UK. I said to him very politely, F you. I'm gone. I'm not staying here. Okay? I've said no to so many things that required me to stay here longer than I needed to. Why? Because I have a destination. And that is the number one thing that separates you from anybody else. Say no at the cost of being disliked. So, love follows respect. Okay? And this is why the good men thing, again, it pulls you down because you're there trying to get love before you get the respect. Do you think they're in the same quadrant? You're not. One attracts the other. Love doesn't attract respect, but respect attracts love. If she respects you, she can love you. right? If she doesn't love you and she respects you, you're alright. But if she loves you and she doesn't respect you, you're in trouble. You're going to be negotiating every day. Right? So the day, like I said to you guys, I had that F you moment. It was the day everything shifted. It was the day I was able to 10x my career. I went from a senior sales negotiator, I'll never forget, to a branch manager in the space of months. I was already operating at branch manager level. I was one of the top salesmen in there, right? I was one of the guys that opened the door, closed the office, and turned up, hit all these KPIs, and ensured that the office was in top tip shape, right? I would come in with a broken foot. I would do everything that's required. I was one of the best employees in that freaking field. Into why I still have a solid relationship with them, with my mentor. And it's been years since I've worked there. I've been an entrepreneur for years now, right? And my point is this. I say this to say that in order for you to get to that level where you can 10x or 10x your experience, your career, you can 10x your business life, whatever the case is, you want to 10x into finance, fine. You're gonna have to learn how to start saying no, and I don't care about what that no means to you. The ability to be able to stand your ground, have a backbone, sets you apart. Especially in today's generations with so many people who lack the capability of standing up for themselves. You see, good people fear rejection. And leaders fear their voice being irrelevant. That is the biggest issue as a leader, as a father. Your woman, your children treating you like you're invisible. And if that's you right now, please book a call ASAP. Or drop me a message in DM. Let's see if we can get you sorted out. Because I need you to understand that there's nothing wrong with being good. But if what you think qualifies you to be a leader is the fact that you're good, then you're mistaken. What qualifies you to be a leader is the fact that you're not scared to do what's right, despite what the crowd says. You're not scared to walk left when everybody's walking right. That's what a leader does. And I need you to understand that until I rebuilt my identity, okay, until I rebuilt the connections I was having with women that eventually led me to the marriage I have today, my confidence was far from bringing something that needed to be nice. Confidence is something that needs to be clear. Listen, I'm all for presenting a mysterious persona and kind of like sort of having things about you that you don't want to share immediately, right? That's a very good tactic if you're a single guy trying to date around. That's me giving you free tips for that. But if there's one thing that must always be clear, brothers, is the fact that you're confident. Never ever should someone question your confidence, because when they question your confidence, your leadership is the next question that comes with it. And how do you not get someone to question your confidence? That's very simple. You allow them to understand that them questioning your confidence doesn't define your confidence. That you don't have to enter any test for your confidence to be clear of path, or you know what? Hey, let's test if this guy is confident. No. By the time they test, you're already in trouble. They should have seen it before even needing to test. Right? And then that's how we go into understanding the energetic space that leads you into the physical space. Like I always say, and I want to switch it up. So I see 93% of that is caused by your communication, your tonality, how you come across and whatnot. I want to say something different this time around. You have 5% of your brain capacity being used by your conscious side. 95% of it is still fully operational of your subconscious. Some of you don't even know what your subconscious is saying. Your subconscious is calling you a bitch, okay? Because that's what you've been called your whole life. You've been called a coward, you've been called someone that doesn't finish anything, so many things have been said about you and you believe them. They define you, they've been integrated in your program. And until you get rid of those things, whatever your conscious mind says, whatever videos you watch, whatever I say to you doesn't mean anything. Because you need to install the program into your subconscious, and in order for that to happen, you need to utilize consistency to change the alchemy of the program you've installed. And this is why I am launching, okay, a 5-day challenge where I take you through what some of my clients witness in the space of 90 days in 5 days. It's a 5-day challenge and I'm only taking on 3 people. The reason why is because I am still serving my clients. And I have a family to run. And my time is damn precious. Right? So if you're interested in this live 5-day challenge, it's on a 1-to-1 basis, but it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Bang. 45 minutes each. Okay? And in that, I'm going to be taking you through a mini course that allows you to understand the type of consistency that needs to be embedded in you in order for the transformation to impart. Okay? Like I said, this is a one-time thing. I don't really do this. Again, you guys know, I normally just point you towards the 12 week. But the only reason why this is happening is because this week I have officially launched my book, The Man Who Refused to Stay Invisible. And in that book, I share every single tip and insight that a lot of people get in their lifetime, but you get to get that in 40 days. I talk about the universal laws, how to implement that in relationship. I talk about every single step I took in order to overcome my fear, my anxiety, my confidence. This is all embedded in that book. And I promise you, I have sweated blood and tears to create that book. And it's now available to you for half the price it should really cost. Why am I doing this? Because I get it. Not everyone, I know I'm not cheap. And I don't think I ever won't be cheap, because respectfully, I like the people I work with. I know for me to work with them, it kind of saves me time as I charge, because the people I work with, they are brilliant people. I love the work I do. These are men after their dream, after their goals, that just need to get this done with speed. And because it's done with speed, they will pay. I'm not here to negotiate fees. No. Get the book. I still want to help you. Right? Whoever you are. Even if you're not sure about the program. I'm not saying that whoever is not using my program is... No. I will never shame anyone, because I know what it's like. Trust me, I know what it's like, for real. There's nothing worse than building from scratch and getting no help. And this is exactly why I do the content I do. This is exactly why I built the book I built. This is why I make sure that I'm in your face showing you how to get out of it, because the truth of the matter is that until you get out of it, that loop is going to carry on going. You need to break the pattern, you need to break the loop. Okay? So, if you've been stuck in this good guy thesis, wondering if the fact that no one listens is because people are horrible, or is there something you haven't done and you just maybe need to be nicer, this is your call to realize that it's nothing to do with that, but it's got everything to do with the ability to recalibrate yourself, so that when people sense you, they can sense this guy's a firm man, this guy is a kind man, but this guy is a guy that won't budge. This guy is a man that knows where he's going. This guy is a man that understands how to project himself. and connect with people at a level. Okay, so I want to end with this: be respected first, loved after, or you will be neither. I'm going to say it again: be respected first, be loved after, or you'll be neither. Now, if this video has added value to you and you feel like, hey, do you know what? I want to stick around, I want to see some more. Listen, there's plenty of content to go for years. I have poured and I keep pouring everything I learned, everything I know in this channel, simply based on this very thing. I believe so much that me helping you guys is helping me. Because if I can create a world where men have access to the right information in order to elevate themselves, build themselves, and strengthen themselves so that they can attract better people, they can be better people, and they can be more present as husbands, they can be more present as brothers, they can be more present as friends, as men in their own communities, in these respective roles. I know that means my brother-in-law is going to be someone diligent, because hey, you're coming in the listen, right? The son my daughter marries is someone that is going to have access to the right information in order for them to treat the people I love properly. And that's my goal. All right. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I really need you guys to start supporting in that area. I've been at 1,000 for way too long. We're so close to turning this into a monetization. I'm so close to joining the monetization program. So yeah, if you can help me achieve that and share this with someone that you think can gain value from this as well, you're doing more than you know. And I appreciate you for watching it this long. It's big respect from me. But yeah, drop me a DM if you want to connect, if you need to understand how to do this on a one-to-one basis. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.